Obviously a really important day for the Pertek Parramatta Eels. Yesterday we announced that Jarryd and the club had come to an agreement to make sure that he was with us until at least the end of the 2015 season. Something obviously all of our members who got the message first are very happy about, very pleased about. Jarryd is a marquee player. He's the player in the club that we look to work for us not only on the field but also off the field. And as a CEO of a club, I've got to say, we couldn't be happier with the sort of person that we have in our co-captain. The amount of charity work and community work that Jarryd does is exemplary, and he leads the way with the other co-captains. And the amount of work that he does helping us with our corporates is also really important to us, and we thank him for joining us again for what really is a 3-year period.
I always knew I was going to stay, and I always knew I was going to stay here, so it was a matter of just getting it done. And I guess, it's actually good to sort of get it off my shoulders now. I didn't realise it'd be such a relief, just sort of getting it done and just moving forward. My manager he sort of got the ball rolling, and I didn't really have anything to do with it. It was just him, and I pretty much didn't really look at the contract. He just sort of said it's good and pin your ears back. So that's all I did, and I trust him. Yeah, definitely. And I think the period of the contract was something that I wanted, and I think it's good, and especially it's aligning with Stickies as well. I'm not so much considering whether I'd wanted it. I always wanted it, and I guess it's just a learning experience, and I said that also. So I was obviously under the pump, and it was a bit different out of my comfort zone, but I'll get used to it, and I'll start to enjoy it more, and I'll start to learn, and I think that's what it's about. The process of being a leader, and just going forward and learning from my mistakes. Yeah, it has, and I think I feel I want more, to achieve in rugby league. I don't think so. I think with where I'm at the moment, it's where I want to be, and it's what I enjoy doing. I can't wait, and see Benny back. I think it's great for the game, and I'm sure not only are the fans excited, but every other player's excited, and to see GI and Benny go head to head in his first game is going to be really good.
Well, it was always a very high priority when I got here that Jarryd was off contract, and it was basically a matter of when we can sign Jarryd again. But we never put pressure on him through the off season. It was a matter of waiting until both Jarryd and Wayne were comfortable to sit down and talk. And when you're doing high-profile players such as Jarryd's contracts, there's a lot of work to do getting through the contract, which Ken and Wayne have been busy doing. So that's the time delay really. It was always nice for me to know that one, Jarryd has the great trust in his manager, which is really nice to see from a player, and two, the fact that sharing a cup of tea with Jarryd just before Christmas, he told me how much he loved the club. And they're the type of players we need in the club itself. Like all the great captains of the game, he's learning. In the situation on last Friday night, I put Jarryd into that situation because I'm into Jarryd about talking to the referees and understanding what penalties are for. I've seen Jonathan Thurston, who's a great captain, find himself a little in the deep water. I've seen it with Cameron Smith, with Lockyer, and they're some of the greats. Jarryd will be a great captain, and he's learning. We are supporting the three captains. I'll keep supporting Jarryd because he's the captain who actually communicates with the referees. I've spoken to Daniel Anderson. Jarryd's not an aggressive person at all, but it's his job to talk to the referee. And when you're 5-0 in penalties and they're doing things that we're getting penalised for as well, I understand why Jarryd was frustrated. He's a passionate person, even off the field, in regards to some of the things he does, as Ken said, for community, for charities, for young children that a lot of the media, a lot of you people don't see. Jarryd's a passionate person, and he's passionate about his football. We all show it in different aspects. Now, that was a part of 2009, and we'll see that again in 2013. Jarryd knows that I care about him as a person first and all, and that makes it even more important that we get the best out of Jarryd as a football player, because that's the best thing for Jarryd, and we'll get that. It's It's not all about Jarryd though. We don't lose a game because of Jarryd Hayne. We lose a game because we didn't play better than the opposition. It's not about Jarryd Hayne. I'm trying to take that pressure away from Jarryd.
Yeah, definitely. Carlo and Hindy were real good at their actions and be able to keep their cool under pressure. I think that's something that I took a lot of out of those captains, and especially with the likes of Lockyer and Gow as well. I think it's a learning experience and something that I'm enjoying, and whether it be I think it was always going to be tough and hard, and I think the biggest challenge was obviously Friday night, and there was parts of it where I thought I handled really well, and there's other parts where I can get better at.